Good evening, welcome to the Pearl Report. I'm Diana Lin. If you see someone lying on the road wounded, would you lend a helping hand? Well, many mainlanders would be wary. After all, they might be falsely accused or even blackmailed for having caused the injury. In the last of our three-part series, the Pearl Report looks at the fall of the Good Samaritan and the realities of road etiquette in mainland China.
你说我这人呢，有个最大的缺点，就是太好多管闲事儿。哎呀，啥也没看着。哎呀，哎呀。
哎呀，你们
要好吧？哎，你们就稍微有点良心好吧？他们良心嘛，得要哎，那种上下来的。
Jianxi district in Luoyang City. 21-year-old Liu Yongyin and his family opened this grocery store last year. Business was steady until 3 months ago when something unimaginable happened. At about 3 p.m. on February 10th, an 80-year-old woman came to buy food. Upon leaving, she fell down the stairs. Liu Yongyin was close by and rushed to help her.
I put some newspaper beneath her and helped her sit on the stairs. I said, "Auntie, are you okay?" Then perhaps the old woman was confused. She said, "Why'd you hurt me?"
The old woman insisted Liu had pushed her. He tried to explain, but she persisted and held on to him.
The old woman kept saying I had pushed her. She said she's not blackmailing me and didn't want compensation from me. She just said I should take her to the hospital. I said that was nonsense. If I took you to the hospital, who would pay the medical fees, right? I said, "Ask your family to come here." She refused. She said, "You take me to the hospital. My leg, my back and my head hurt." I was helpless, so I called the police.
When the police arrived, the two stuck to their own accounts. Seeing a CCTV at the front door, the police suggested reviewing the footage. The footage showed the old lady fell on her own.
We checked it 2 to 3 times and confirmed it repeatedly that I didn't push her. I was proved innocent. I didn't push her.
In recent years, the mainland saw a high incidence of people helping the elderly only to be falsely accused of causing harm. In November 2006, Pang Yu, a youth in Nanjing, helped an old woman up after she fell and fractured her bones. She accused him of knocking her down and sued him in court. The judge said if Pang Yu did not knock the old woman down, he should have left without helping her. He said this behavior was contrary to reason and ordered him to compensate her 40% of her loss. That's 45,000 yuan. Pang appealed. The two sides reconciled out of court. In June 2008, a 20-year-old Xi'an resident, Zhang Heng, helped an old man who'd fallen. The elderly person accused Zhang of hitting him while reversing his car. Bystanders exonerated Zhang. In August 2011, in Nantong, Jiangsu province, bus driver Yan Hongbin helped an old woman who'd been injured, but she blamed him. His name was cleared by video footage taken on the bus. In October 2013, in Shantou, Guangdong province, 2 secondary school students helped an old man who'd been hit by a drunken motorcyclist. He accused them of being the culprits, but later admitted he was befuddled. Some have been proven innocent, while others have been ordered by courts to pay up, including 24-year-old Wu Jundong. Wu Jundong hails from Jinhua in Zhejiang. One afternoon 3 years ago, he was riding his three-wheeled motorcycle through a village when he accelerated to overtake an old couple on an electric bike. After driving 10 meters, he heard someone shouting behind him. He turned to see the couple on the ground and rushed to help them.
The old woman immediately said I hit her. I was so shocked by what she said, I didn't know what to do. I could only call my dad.
Wu Jundong says the two bikes never crashed, but the old couple insisted Wu knocked them down. 10 minutes later, Wu's father came and, thinking his son had hit the couple, sent them to hospital and paid 1,000 yuan in medical fees, while police questioned his son. That night, Wu Jundong returned home to tell his father the facts.
The next day, the couple's family came to ask us for money, saying if you don't pay up, we'll blame your son. They threatened us. My dad told them to go ahead. The next day, they threatened us again, and we ignored them. On the third day, they returned. The couple's granddaughter admitted the family was greedy. They wouldn't go to a normal hospital, only to Hangzhou's hospital. Days later, even before the report on the vehicles came out, they called and asked us to send over 20,000 yuan.
The case was brought to court. 2 reports showed no sign of the bikes having crashed. But the Jinhua City Wuchang District People's Court said Wu wasn't driving totally safely. He didn't push his horn before overtaking. And the bikes were only 40 to 50 centimeters apart, too close. It sentenced Wu to bear the bulk of the onus and compensate the old couple 70% of their economic loss. That's 70,000 yuan. Wu Jundong appealed. The Jinhua Intermediate People's Court confirmed Wu did press the horn, but thought his careless driving caused the accident. Wu appealed to the Supreme People's Court, which found nothing wrong with the second sentence and rejected the case.
I thought courts go by the evidence. Like what happened to me, the evidence was there, but they chose to ignore it. I feel very aggrieved.
Cases such as Wu Jundong's and the subsequent court decisions have sparked nationwide debate.
People conclude they can't be good Samaritans anymore. They must play it safe. Do-gooders won't be rewarded because you lent a hand, you might be sued and have to compensate lots of money. Not pay up some money, but lots of money.
Hu Xingdou studies mainland China's problems. He said some elderly people falsely accuse those who help them because they're cheating blackguards, while others do it because they just can't afford thousands of yuan in medical fees.
In mainland China, medical fees exceed normal people's affordability. Unless you work for a party or company unit which secures your medical expenses. A minority has insurance covering the bulk of medical fees. Otherwise, a normal family just can't afford costly medical fees.
眼前这名老人躺在路中间，又是咬牙又是蹬腿，全身不停发抖，把路过的行人都吓坏了。好心人赶紧喊来120，但老人却拒绝被抬上担架去医院，大家只好将他转移到路边。
刚才检查也没问题啊？
没问题，这些生命体征都正常。
他没事了，他在路上是不是？
床上想个人没饿成，
下不来台了。
Earlier, a hot media topic was whether you should help an elderly fallen on the ground. A website surveyed 1,100 people. 45% said they would help.
It's normal behavior, whether it's an elderly, a child, anyone. If he falls, you help him up. That's completely normal.
But 55% chose not to help, but pretend they didn't see it.
I think there are few Good Samaritans left. And if they continue to do good without reward, I think there'll be even fewer of them.
Nice people are falsely accused, so many people choose not to help at all. The result is the needy get no help. Some even die as a result. Not helping goes against your conscience. Helping might invite trouble. So some have suggested succor, Chinese style. Take a picture or video, find a witness before lending a hand. More on that after the break.